Alright guys, so today we're going to talk about the em dash. I don't know why it's called an em dash. It's a dash. And it's a very versatile punctuation mark. And it is different from a hyphen, which I know you guys do not believe, but it is different from a hyphen. Depending on the context, the em dash can take the place of commas, parentheses, or colons. In each case, slightly different reasons why. Okay. So em dash in place of commas. So you hopefully know that you use commas to set off an interruption when you're adding more information to a sentence. Okay. However, if you want the information you're adding to stand out, you want to put em dashes on either side of it. Okay. So here's an example. When the car was finally delivered, nearly 3 months after it was ordered, she decided she no longer wanted it, leaving the dealer with an oddly equipped car that would be difficult to sell. So I'm emphasizing that it's been such a long time since it was ordered. So I can use dashes instead of commas when I want it to stand out more. Now, I can also use the em dash in the place of a colon. We typically do this when it's like less formal, when I'm just writing in a less formal setting. So maybe not in an essay, something like that. But when we're, about to make a list or we're setting something off from the rest of the sentence, a place where you might use a colon, you can just use a dash. So after months of deliberation, the jurors reached a unanimous verdict, dash, guilty. The white sand, the warm beach, the sparkling sun, this is what brought them to Hawaii. So these are places where a colon could be used, but when you're kind of have like a more conversational tone to your writing, you can use a dash. Now, em dashes also have kind of a practical use in that if you have a missing portion of a word, you can use a dash to show that. So from the faded and water damage note, we made out only this. Was n dash dash y going to m dash dash k dash dash, but now dash dash t. So if you don't know what the word says, you can use a dash to show that it's missing part of it. People also do this for curse words as well, when they don't want the curse word to be seen. I'm going to move. Now, when an entire word is missing, you can use 2 or 3 em dashes to show that you're missing a word. It doesn't matter which one. Just stay consistent. So if you use 2 dashes one time, you've got to use 2 dashes every time. Okay? So the juvenile defendant, dash, 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 was arraigned yesterday. So you'll see stuff like this in court documents where you're not allowed to say the name of the person, so they use dashes to show that it was omitted. Okay? Now, just a few things about how to make an em dash. The em dash, you usually use it without spaces on either side, or you can put a single space on either side. But again, just like whether you use 2 or 3 dashes when you omit a word, you've got to stay consistent. So either always put spaces on either side or never put spaces on either side. Okay? And when you want to make an em dash, you're going to usually just put a pair of hyphens, and that'll usually turn into an em dash when you hit space. So like if I do dash dash space, see how it combined them? Okay, so that's how you make a dash. All right, now we're going to talk about dashes, commas, and parentheses a little bit more because there's kind of different ways that you use them, but this should give you kind of an introduction to that.